All right, good morning. Long overdue. The American Lock 1100 series. Bidding isn't too bad on that guy. 1100. I've had this for a while. Picked it a few times. Gonna use a Peterson's pry bar in 50 thousandths and a Peterson gem in 18 thousandths. I very much like the American locks. That the company started way back in the 1900s. John Junkard, or Junkard, can never pronounce his name right. He was a Hungarian immigrant that came to the States, worked on the railroad for a while up in the great state of Idaho, and he was a man who had a lot of different ideas, and just like most entrepreneurs and inventors of the time, he struck out on his own, opened up American Lock Company down in Crete, Illinois in 1912, I believe. And he had a lot of different ideas. One of the best ideas that he probably had, there's our open, was actually a combination lock. And combination locks were certainly not new by any means. But when you think of the gym school combination lock, that you see from Master and what have you, that's definitely him. And I accidentally locked it up when I did that, so we'll go ahead and do that. And let's see, I'll have to remove the circlip. Circlip's the hardest part for me, I swear. Pick a lock all day, but you asked me to remove the circlip on it? Yeah. Come on. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and throw a shim in there. If you hear my son in the background, I apologize. He got into a little bit of trouble this afternoon, so he is a little cranky. All right, and there we go. Okay, so anyways, but yeah, John Junkard, he's very famous for coming up with the idea of that combination lock. Very interesting. And he did other things too, other than just the combination lock. He, a lot of locking mechanisms revolving around the automobile. But he also did various other type of innovations, like a Christmas tree stand and the lugs that would go into helping with the Christmas tree stand. So he did quite a bit. So let's see. This is hard to do through the camera. Let's see if we can actually zoom in on that and see if that'll help me. Oh, it does. Awesome. But I believe, come on, guy. I don't have a pair of pinning tweezers that's small enough for that guy. Where'd that go? There it is. Now, I know this is a challenge lock, so I know that there's nothing to... special in here. It should just all be serrated if I had to imagine. Let's carefully do this. Okay. Yep, those are all serrated. Most elegant way to take apart a American lock? No. Functional? Yes. And of course all of our springs. But one thing that I liked about American Lock is a company that identified and worked on one thing. So in 1919, he tells his whole entire company that we are going to do one thing, and that's make padlocks, and we're going to do it better than anyone else. And when it comes to your American locks, you can see that. I mean, you compare this to a lot of different locks. I mean, he took the time to make padlocks that have serrations in their key pins, very heavily serrated spools, you know. And this is one of the things that makes American Lock so wonderful and so fun to pick, and difficult to pick compared to some of your other locks, is because, you know, decent tolerances and the time has been taken to put these in there. And I would say that him and his company achieved what they were looking for, was to make locks and make them better than anybody else. And I believe they did that for a very long time here in America. But there we go. That's our American Lock 1100 series with just a little bit of history.